Potential 2-on-1 shot off the blocker. Great save for Healy as he stays cool, calm, and collected in his crease. Cougars in the midst of a change. Breaking in across the blue line is Brendan Johnson. He has no help as the Cougars were in the middle of a slow change. Johnson pickpocket Nissan Garachi, but Nissan Garachi has that puck back, flips it ahead, batted down with a hand and dumped in by the freshman Jeremy Woknachter, who is tied for most goals with Connor Reagan on the team. He has 4 goals in this season thus far. Shot into the midsection, could not scoop up the rebound, and the play continues, but it's sent all the way down. No icing as Healy was coming out to play the puck. There's 2.5 minutes gone by. We're still scoreless. Neither team really able to generate a whole lot of momentum. It's still back and forth. Both teams still trying to get their footing here tonight. Sent all the way around, but nobody was home for the Cougars, and it comes all the way out for Jack Rubin, and he turns the puck over. Scarlet Knights trying to keep heavy on the forecheck. A big hit in the corner. 2 guys each battle for the puck. Comes out to the Cougars behind their own net, but they were able to thwart that forecheck from the Scarlet Knights. Losing an edge, and then takes a big hit there. That was Applezillion with a big hit. Caught his man down in a vulnerable position. Houlihan punches that one ahead. No hand pass. Play continues at the red line. Dumped in and then dumped right back out. I believe that hit the official and back to the Scarlet Knights. A dump-in attempt was blocked by the Cougars. Houlihan's clear. Cougars had to touch up as they were delayed offsides. Behind Houlihan, pokes it ahead, stopped at the blue line. And no, it was not stopped at the blue line. Well, the faceoff is in the zone. I think it hit the netting. Get our first whistle. We got a look there at Trey Mattern. Coach Dixon had a lot of strong words to say for his goaltending as that shot gets through and a save from Mattern. This one comes out to the top of the circle and went out to the point and dumped in as that came across the blue line. The captain for the Scarlet Knights, Harrison Butchko, sent it up, tipped by Kada, and that was Healy who came out to play it for the Cougars. Sent up but not out. Over for Butchko. His shot was blocked. Bouncing around, pinballing all over the place, and the Scarlet Knights couldn't capitalize. Dumped out. Butchko quickly over to his defense partner, Patrick Haynes. Knights come up with it. Hillier stops into the corner. He's pinned against the boards and turns the puck over. Cougars come ahead to the red line, and they dump and change. Just about 5 minutes into this first period. It's been back and forth. Shots are 4-2 in favor of the Ice Knights, or now 4-3, I should say. Sliced up and out. Regrouped by Mooney for the Cougars. They touch up and dump the puck in. Mattern slows it down for his defense partner as that one goes into the netting and out of play. Tie up on the draw. Cougars come up with it. The shot was blocked and the net comes off of its moorings as Mattern kicked the net. He tried to push off that post. Face off in the same spot to the left of Mattern. Draw hit the official after it was won by the Cougars. They keep possession for a moment, but now it's taken out. And moving forward to 3-on-3. Dumped into the corner. Some physicality picking up along the boards there from both teams. Battle in the corner, 2 guys each. A third comes in for the Cougars and comes up with it. This is number 25, Jed Gilpatrick. Bouncing around, neither team able to get possession, and we have our first penalty of the night. They're calling it a hook or a trip. Either way, you cannot do that. We have our first penalty against the Cougars, and we will see the Scarlet Knights' first opportunity on the power play. Power play for Coach Joe Dixon is working at a 30% for the season early on. See if they can stay hot on the power play and get some momentum, much needed momentum here at home, as that was cleared out by the PK of the Cougars. Knights have to regroup in their own zone. Coming up with some speed. Shot by Reagan was deflected off the stick and into the netting out of play. Just 20 seconds gone by on the Rutgers power play. Penalty was to number 26, Cal Lagis, for hooking officially. Draw one by the Cougars, out off the boards, but not out, but then the cross pass from Reagan was deflected and out, and the Scarlet Knights have to regroup. Reagan, the leading point scorer for the Scarlet Knights with 5. He's one of the point men on this first power play for Coach Joe Dixon. Scarlet Knights had a hard time getting the puck into the zone, but they do so now. Cross-ice pass was nobody there, and it's sliced out of the defensive zone by the Cougars. Halfway through the power play, not much going on for the Scarlet Knights. Back out to Reagan at the point. Bouncing puck for Haynes. Had to kick it forward. It's in the corner. Try to go to the slot. Still bouncing around, and Healy will just put a glove on top of that and stop play with 46 seconds left for the Cougars to kill. Both teams going for a change now, with the face-off coming to the left of Healy. Tie up on the draw, backhand out, not fully by Gilpatrick, but it was enough to clear the zone. Dumped in at the red line, or at the blue line, excuse me. Kept in for a moment, but a potential chance. Oh, friendly fire for the Cougars. Scarlet Knights come the other way. Shot goes wide from Hilliard. Had a great opportunity there. And the power play is over. Just one registered shot on the board for that power play, as this comes all the way down and Mattern covers it up. Knights win the draw, sending it around the net. Can't chip it out, and we have another penalty. Dangerous hit there from behind. I believe that'll be a boarding call. He did let up a little bit, so he didn't completely send him through the glass there, but still a dangerous penalty. When you see those numbers, you have to let up. He did try letting up, but he still gets called for boarding as the officials go over and have a chat. That was Devin England, who's in the box for boarding. So a second chance right away for the power play for the Scarlet Knights as that shot went wide, but they still keep possession at the goal line. Shot in front, a chance in front. Healy lost his stick. He has a player stick right now. But pinned in the corner, heads up play from Gilpatrick to go get the goalie stick. He was the one who gave up his stick for Healy. And a heads up play there for Jed Gilpatrick to get his goaltender the proper stick as Reagan comes in with speed. A high shot off the shoulder, save from Healy. Still with the Scarlet Knights. Shot bouncing through some traffic. Managed to get through, but sent out. Cougars take the line, poked away, opting not to dump it in, trying to catch the power play of Rutgers in a change. No hand pass, some pushing and shoving in front of the Rutgers bench, but play continues, and we have an offside. 47 seconds left on the boarding call to England. Draw one by the Cougars right to their bench, which will kill some of that PK time, and they regroup and clear it all the way down. Hilliard tries to poke it forward, but he was stopped. Rutgers can't get out of their own zone. Lone forechecker there was Brendan Johnson, who made it difficult for Hilliard, who has the puck on his stick now, bringing it in with 20 seconds left on their power play. Scarlet Knights set up. Down low by Albrecht. Hits a stanchion and cleared all the way down with 5 seconds left on the power play. That should do it. It's in the corner. We are all even up now as the penalty has expired. Hits off a player's skate and kept in by Houlihan as he had to get some speed to keep that puck in for Rutgers. A shot attempt and then a pass attempt went right through the crease. Cougars come up with the loose puck. I have to say, this puck has been awfully bouncy here this evening so far. Chance the other way, off the side of the post. Some early music comes on, but that shot rang off the post from Barker. There's a big blocker save, went all the way out to the point and kept in. Houlihan's there for Rutgers, off the boards as he takes a hit, can't clear it out. Both number 11s fighting for the puck. It's still loose, and the Cougars come up with it out to the point. Shot was blocked, a swing and a miss. That's strike one there against Krupa. Josh Krupa. Kept in and into the glove. Nobody in front of Mattern. He covers it up. That puck was all over the place. Again, it seems we've got lively boards at one end. The puck has been bouncing around, rolling around on its edge quite a bit from what I'm noticing up here in the stands. The shot totals are still in favor of Rutgers, but it's now 8-7, so Cougars have been putting on some pressure despite taking back-to-back penalties. Cougars get kicked out of the draw. Lagus comes in, pinned against the boards there was England, sent all the way down for an icing against Rutgers. Draw one by the Cougars. Quick shot off the blocker of Mattern. It goes into the corner. Knights come up with it, trying to push forward, but can't get very far. Good defense. Oh, and a big hit right in front of the Cougars bench. Out the other way, Cougars tried a long extended pass, but could not connect. And they are delayed offside. They had to touch up. Some pleasantries there from England. Thought there was a little bit of a late hit there from Abzillion. Not much came from that. Reagan won the draw but pushed it forward. Cougars dumped the puck in and slow it down in their own zone, but once again pressured by a strong forecheck from the Cougars. Reagan gets to the red line, dumps it in, and goes right after it using his good speed. Now it's the Scarlet Knights who are putting on the aggressive forecheck. Back out to the point for Butchko. Down low for Reagan. There's a battle in the corner. Butchko over to Haynes, whiffed on the shot, and then just had a backhand one forward to keep it into the zone. But eventually turned over, and the Cougars move out. A 3-on-2 opportunity. Shot, but was poked away by Butchko. Still managed to get through, and Mattern had to make the save. Now it's a 3-on-2 the other way, potentially for Rutgers. Pass in front or a shot towards the net. It was a great opportunity, though. Whether it was a pass or a shot, when in doubt, just throw it towards the net. Led to that potential chance. In the corner, Rutgers couldn't hold on to the possession. They had it again after stealing the puck away, and they do it for a third time in a row, but not able to generate any momentum off of these turnovers. Turning shot was blocked and sent out, but Rutgers comes up with possession. Nobody was there, but it will go on net. No icing. 6 minutes to play in the opening period. Shots are now tied at 9 apiece. Oh, we blew a tire and one-handed goal. I heard a whistle. I saw the motion. It is a good goal. Cougars off to the 1-0 lead on a broken play. The strong forecheck. That was Charlie Mulligan, number 11, with the goal. Check out this replay here. He blew a tire there and he takes his man down, but Mulligan did not quit on the play. One hand on the stick was enough for Charlie Mulligan to get the goal for the Cougars and a 1-0 lead. Just under 6 to play here in the first period. Those last 2 shots were for the Cougars, and they now have the lead in the shot department, as well as the lead on the scoreboard. Poked away at the blue line nicely for the Scarlet Knights. Too far for Cada, but he uses that speed to negate the icing. Garrett Cada, one of 3 alternate captains for Joe Dixon. Chance in front and loose puck, they score! Scarlet Knights don't back down, and they tie it up 1 apiece. Let's take another look. There's a battle in the corner. There's been a lot of them, and Rutgers have come up with a lot of those battles in the corners, and it works out for them this time as we have a tie game. Looked like leading the charge there, the goal scorer was, I believe, I'll have to get back to that. I don't see who was on there. I think it was Colin Smargun, but I will have to check with the scorekeepers at intermission. 5 minutes to go. We are now tied up at 1 here in the first period. Off the glass, couldn't get it to Nissan Garachi, and it was played with a high stick. Draw one by Reagan. And the Scarlet Knights trying to move out of their own zone. Reagan comes up with it, using the speed. His shot goes wide. Pinching in to keep that puck in was Haynes. Pinned in the corner, and Gallagher comes up with it for the Cougars, but then he loses it, and a quick shot there right into the glove for Healy. .425 to go in the opening period. 1-1. Cougars got off to the lead first, but Scarlet Knights bounced back quickly with a goal of their own. We got a battle in the corner. These battles in the corner is where Rutgers came up with their goal to tie this game, as that shot from the point was blocked and went into the corner. Miscommunication for the Cougars as that loose puck was found by Rutgers. Shot from the point into the midsection of Healy, but a loose puck. Another shot was saved by Healy. Chance the other way, it's dumped in. Mattern comes out, sends it all the way around. Hit along the boards. Cougars still come up with the puck. Just trying to throw it in, see if it can bounce off of somebody, but to no avail as it went all the way through, and a big reverse hit there by Brendan Johnson. 3:30 to go as that one is cleared out right in front of the Rutgers bench as they go for a change. Cougars try to catch him. Shot was blocked right off the shin of Houlihan. Rutgers having a hard time getting it out of their own zone. Fanning on the clear was Houlihan. He was able to get it up, but again, still having a hard time. Again, this puck is rolling around quite significantly here tonight. We're now under 3 to go in the opening period of play. Dumped in by the Scarlet Knights. They go after it. Thrown in front, misses everybody, and it goes into the corner. Cougars come up with it. Breakout pass out of their own zone. Can't connect on a cross-ice pass as there's a battle right in front of the scorekeepers. Cougars regroup. Almost another miscommunication there. Albrecht stands his man up at the line, but it's still with the Cougars. Good battle there. Strong effort there from England. Cougars slowing it down behind their own net. Once again, another battle in the corner. Rutgers comes up with it for the moment. Tripping over the net was Jack Turner, as we're now under 2 to go. Cougars move forward. Delayed offside, and they bring the puck in too early. Cleared out, and a chance here for Hilliard and Rutgers. A chance at 2-on-1, couldn't get the pass through for Cada, who was crashing the net. .90 seconds to play. Butchko and Haynes were having a catch in the neutral zone. It's tipped in, no icing, because that was tipped off the stick of Cada. Flipped up and out as that one hits the netting. Cougars come up with the draw, can't clear it out. Albrecht kept that puck in. Reagan sends it all the way around. Jason Bedard had to keep that puck in. We got 1 minute left here to go in the first period. Out come the Cougars. Even rush. Good hip check by Albrecht, taking his man out. Puck is in the corner. Rutgers come up with it. Cougars keep the pressure on, but here comes Reagan with speed. Shot off the shoulder and swallowed up there by Healy to stop play with 33 seconds to go in the opening period. Cougars won the draw, but nobody was there. Shot from the point from Butchko into the glove, and we'll do it all over again. Rutgers almost had too many men on the ice on the face-off. Tie up on the draw. Cougars come up with it in the corner. Failed backhand attempt. Rutgers come up with it. Behind the net. Tried to throw one in front, but nobody was home. Off the boards. Cougars trying to get one more last chance before the end of the period. Butchko tries to do the same for Rutgers. Turnover at the blue line. 5 seconds to go. Cougars shot. Scores! Trent Barker winds up with a slap shot at the buzzer. Let's take another look at this replay here. Costly turnover at the blue line. Just a sloppy play for the Scarlet Knights and about a half slapper. He didn't even take the full shot, but there was only 2.9 seconds left to go, and that will do it for the first period. Wow. So it is 2-1 for the Cougars at the last final second goal there from Trent Barker. Trent Barker with that second goal, Charlie Mulligan with the first goal, and in between that, we will get back to you, but we believe that was number 18, Charlie Smargan. 2-1 Cougars at the end of the first period. We'll be right back for more Rutgers hockey. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are 2 seconds away here, just waiting for the clock to get situated, as it is 2-1 as we are entering the second period. 2-1 in favor of the Cougars after the last second goal for Barker. We did have confirmation for the Rutgers goal. It was indeed number 18, Colin Smargon, as that shot goes wide. Haynes shot from the point, and it got through, and there was some traffic. It was Nissan Garachi in front, and forced the puck loose, so Healy couldn't cover up. Back out to the point, Haynes down low, back for Butchko, off the shaft of the stick of Healy. Still in play. Rutgers coming out here in this second period hot, as they are putting on some pressure as they look for that equalizing goal, but they'll have to wait just a moment as the Cougars move out. They dump it in and go for a change. Between the legs, couldn't hold on to that puck was Campbell. It was a tough pass for him to handle, but that's okay because the Scarlet Knights came up with it, tipped in, no icing, and the goalie comes out to play it at anyway, so if there was any question, Healy answered that by coming out to play it. Cougars move in. Wrist shot, easy glove save for Mattern and covered up. Face-off going to be to the left of Trey Mattern. Shots right now say 19-13 in favor of the Scarlet Knights, as the draw was won dangerously by the Knights as it went right into the crease of Mattern, who poked it into the corner. Now it's in the opposite corner. Off the skate, can't get it out. That was Albrecht. Banks one off the boards, and it's sent deep into the opposite corner for the Cougars. Stopped at the red line. They have to regroup. They're taking a hit. Now the Scarlet Knights come up with the puck as Hilliard's behind the net, try to backhand pass in front, was stolen away. But he stays strong on the forecheck, making it difficult for Gilpatrick to move out of the zone. And he turns the puck over. Hilliard to his backhand behind the net. Tried to swing a pass around for Woke-Noctor, but couldn't connect. But it's still the pressing forecheck of the Scarlet Knights that had a chance there, but denied by Healy. Odd man rush the other way, and a save by Mattern into the netting, out of play. Back and forth action there. We saw a lot of back and forth in the first period, but it was different back and forth that we're seeing here early on in this second period. Back and forth in that first period was neither team was really able to hold on to that puck and maintain any kind of possession or momentum in either zone. Both teams had some strong forechecks at time, and now it looks like it's a little bit more wide open as that shot gets through. Another shot all the way through traffic into the glove of Mattern, as there's some hello, how you doing in front. I was not in either locker room, but I have to imagine by gauging how the first 2:40 have gone here in the second period, it seems like both coaches were emphasizing shoot the puck, because it seems like both teams are coming out of the gates firing from anywhere, especially a lot from the point. It seems just throw it on net. Cougars holding on to the puck behind their own net, but they're again with the aggressive forecheck forces a turnover. Scarlet Knights have to regroup as the puck did come out of the zone. They move through the neutral zone, try to flip it into the corner. Wilson sends that around. Haynes pinches in to try and keep it deep. He does so. He's got help there with Campbell. Nissan Garachi sends that hard off the boards and then off the glass by the Cougars. Nissan Garachi covering for Haynes sends a nice pass up for Reagan. He slows down at the top of the circle and sends one across for his captain, Harrison Butchko. Puck comes out, but still with the Scarlet Knights as they have to touch up. Reagan's shot blocked off the stick of Wilson and into the netting, out of play. Faceoff stays in the zone. This will be to the left, the glove side of Healy. Tie up on the draw, hit the official again off the glass by the Cougars. Mattern will dive on top of that as there was some pressure coming in, and much to the chagrin there of the Scarlet Knights, there was a whack on the glove. Mattern himself had something to say about it. Looked like it was Jason Bedard who was the first to confront the Cougars for the late slash. I believe that was number 26, Lagis, for the Cougars. As the faceoff was won by Rutgers, they slow it down behind their own net. And they flip the puck out and get onto that aggressive forecheck with Garrett Cada. They force a turnover in the neutral zone, having to regroup as they struggle to get across the blue line. Cada takes a hit, but he chips the puck ahead into the corner. And he goes in and sends one all the way around, but too hard as Albrecht was not yet in position to keep that puck in. He sends it back where it came from. As Cada goes back on the forecheck and he finishes his check. Cross-ice pass was blocked by his own man. Friendly fire by the Cougars. And Scarlet Knights come up with it. Cada takes a hit. He didn't even touch the puck. He was looking for a penalty for interference, but play continued. 2-on-1 there. Cougars come up with the puck through the middle. And once again, the Cougars are having a hard time making that first pass out of their zone. They do so successfully there and dump the puck in, get a much needed change as they had some tired troops out there for quite some time as they were having a hard time getting out of their own D zone. Gardner dumped the puck in. Nobody was able to get it, but a clearing attempt was kept in by Gardner. Now Barker, who had the last second goal, a shot and another one. That is the second of the night for Charlie Mulligan. And now it is 3-1 for the Cougars as we get another look at this. It's a tough clearing attempt. It was kept in by the Cougars. It was one save was made by Mattern, but the rebound went right to Charlie Mulligan, and he has his second of the evening and extends the Cougars' lead now up 3-1. Cougars have time in their own zone to clear out of their zone. Instead of trying to make the first pass, they try to bring it up, but they couldn't get to the red line, and they dump it in for an icing. Top line out there for Joe Dixon. They win the draw as Reagan, as the pass was intercepted. Breakaway shot, scores! Brendan Johnson roofs it, and it's 4-1 Cougars. Miscommunication from Butchko and Haynes. Butchko tried to get that pass over to his defense partner Haynes, but it was stolen by Johnson, and went on to the breakaway, as it looks like Coach Joe Dixon is calling his timeout. The 6 minutes gone by here in the second. Rutgers calling their timeout, trying to regroup. Rutgers timeout is over, and to say the least, Coach Joe Dixon is not happy. Over my headset, I can hear him screaming at the bench, trying to get his guys fired up and to get going. I still think I hear some of his words over on the bench as we have an offside for the Cougars. Face off right in front of the Cougar bench. Won by Rutgers through the neutral zone. They stay on side. The clear attempt taken up by the Cougars. They couldn't get it out of their zone, but they do so now. They tried to get it off the boards and out, but it's too hard off the boards. They're bringing the puck in now. Cato was on the back check. Pass in front, bouncing around and covered up by Mattern. Shots are now 21-19 in favor of the Cougars, and they have a 4-1 lead to show for that. Rutgers won the draw, trying to send it around the net of Mattern, but it was blocked. That one, the shot that came from the point was blocked. Shot came from Cam Gardner as he brings the puck in now. He drops it with good pressure. Two guys on the puck carrier and force the turnover in the corner. Rutgers can't clear out of their own zone. Haynes behind the net. Loses a footing for a moment, but recovered quickly to not lose that puck. Andrea Mezquita in the corner. That was sent through. Campbell was spinning around, doing a pirouette, and couldn't get a stick on the puck. He has the stick on that puck that time, but it was poked away and out of the zone. Dumped in by the Cougars as they go for a change. One man stays on, or the forwards stay on. The D pairing goes for the change. Rutgers looking for a change, but here we are in the second period, the period of the long change. And I've already seen a couple of examples of that struggle for both teams. Right off the bench, breakaway, denied by Healy. That was Jack Turner, who came right off the bench and had a beautiful opportunity. He was calling for it. He was hungry. He was slapping his stick on the ice, had the breakaway, but denied by Charles Healy. Draw one by the Ice Knights. Shot high into the midsection of Healy, and we'll do it all over again, as that shot from Bedard came right above the circle. Try to go through the faceoff that time. It's still nobody's possession. Hilliard had it for a moment. He loses an edge, and the Cougars come up with it and send it out. Lipinski dumps the puck in and goes after it. He can't come up with it, and Rutgers move forward. Odd man rush, they bring the puck in. Turner was crashing the net, and he was calling for it again. Shot, low glove save, and we'll cover this up for a whistle with a couple more pleasantries happening after the whistle. Looked like that was Albrecht and Lipinski having some words for each other. And I misspoke earlier in the first. I said Ryan Butchko was the captain for the Scarlet Knights. It's number 4, Harrison Albrecht, so my apologies for that. This is flipped out by the Cougars. Bouncing puck. Looks like it's going to be on net, so no icing. Rutgers come up with it. Behind their net. And now out of their zone. Rutgers still down by 3. Isan Garachi's shot low, and for a moment, Healy didn't know where it was, and he closed up the pads and got the whistle. Another 2 goals in this second period for the Cougars. They had 2 in the first, a late one with 2.9 seconds left from Trent Barker. Now they have 2 here in the second, giving them a 4-1 lead. Cada took a shot but didn't get all of that, and it went into the corner as he was kind of handcuffed on the shot. Pass into the slot, but nobody was home for the Scarlet Knights, and the puck comes out. Cada on his backhand tried to clear, but it was blocked. His own man was in his way for a moment. Cada with a nice pass. 2-on-2 chance for Rutgers. Having to slow down, regroup, and a shot into the midsection. This shot coming from Garrett Cada, one of the alternate captains for Coach Dixon. That shot goes right into the midsection of Healy, and he gets the faceoff to his right. Rutgers win the draw out to the point. Fanning was Houlihan on the one-time attempt. It was flipped out. Good play there to prevent a potential breakaway for the Cougars there. That was Aiden Gorman. Cougars move up. They take the red line, chip it off the boards in front of their bench, and go on the attack. All the way around, not out. Now it's out as there's a battle at the blue line. Oh, I stand corrected. It was not out. Taken down, but play continues. Tight roping the blue line there was Barker, and a cover up by Mattern, excuse me. A little over halfway through this second period. Shots are 24-23 in favor of the Cougars. Rutgers doing a good job on the face-offs, but they lose possession there on a turnover through the neutral zone. Winning a lot of these face-offs, but haven't been able to generate any momentum off of that. Reagan comes in, he takes a hit. He is hit into the referee by McDonald. Shot and swallowed up there by Healy. Draw will come to his left. Official comes in, has some words to say to Connor Reagan, it looked like, as it's chipped out all the way down. Too slow for an icing. Albrecht takes a hit as he's pinned behind his own net. Isan Garachi takes a hit as he tried to clear. Cougars force a turnover as we have a delayed penalty upcoming here against Rutgers. As Albrecht touches up, and we have a tripping call, so we'll see the Cougars power play for the first time here as they look to expand on their 4-1 lead here in the second. Reagan goes to the box for the trip. Penalty kill for Coach Dixon is at 25% on the season so far. Looking to increase that here with a successful kill and keep this game a 3-goal deficit as that shot went high, and a great hustle there to keep that puck in was Cam Gardner. Comes back out for Gardner now at the point. Back to the circle, shot, no, it was a pass, but it was deflected through, still in the corner and possession with the Cougars as Gardner has to pinch in to keep possession. He turns the puck over and cleared out of the zone, but not all the way down. A shorthanded chance, backhand, oh, what a move, and a bad hit there from behind. That will even the stakes, a boarding penalty. Slow to get up is Jack Turner as he had a great opportunity, a nice move in front. Was denied by Healy. He took the hit after the play and he was slow to get up as he's making his way now to the bench. Very gingerly though. 4-on-4 hockey here for a minute and 12 seconds. Great shorthanded opportunity, and it led to a penalty the opposite way. So I hope that Turner's okay, just a little shaken up from the awkward collision. Hilliard wins the draw. Campbell comes up with it. He's being pressured. 2 guys on him. He brings the puck in now, still on his stick. Now it's with Hilliard. Over to Haynes. Haynes being pressured. We have a penalty against Rutgers. Looks like it was Campbell for tripping. I saw the tripping signal, and it looks like it's Campbell going to the box. Coach Dixon has some words to say to the officials as well. He didn't see where the penalty was. In my defense, I was watching the puck. That was behind the play. I did not see the trip, but I did happen to see the goalie, Healy, on the ice. I don't know if there was some contact there, but nevertheless, it's a odd 4-on-3 power play for the Cougars. A lot of room to work with as that one's blocked by Haynes into the netting. And a much faster paced second period than the first, despite the quick whistle there. Tie up on the draw, Cougars come up with it. And they set up their power play. The 4-on-3 power play. At the point is Gallagher. Back for Gallagher, he winds up and his shot goes high over the crossbar and couldn't keep it in. It comes all the way out. It was Gilpatrick who had to try and hustle to keep that puck in and couldn't do so. Correction, that's Lagis. Poked out, Gallagher down low. Back for Gallagher at the point. Fake slap shot with a pass. This shot off the blocker and a nice save. And we're now at 4-4. 4-on-4, Reagan out of the box. He's got speed, he'll use it. Here he comes, draws a penalty, still gets the shot, and he takes a late hit. Reagan looking for a penalty shot, but he still got the shot off. There's no penalty shot, but definitely a penalty issued by the ref, and Reagan still having some words with the official asking why there was no penalty shot, and I believe if I was the referee, the explanation would be, well, you got the shot off. So, but it's going to be a 4-on-3 power play now for Rutgers. So if 4-on-3 power plays were on your bingo card, you would have 2 chances to get that checked off right now. It was not on mine. Draw one by the Scarlet Knights. Haynes over to Butchko, down low. Reagan. He plays catch for a moment with Wolknachter out to the point. Reagan, one-time shot, still loose in front. Wolknachter tried to fight for that. Reagan couldn't keep the puck in, and it comes all the way down. Just 10 seconds left on the 4-on-3 for Rutgers now. Right in front of their bench. They chip the puck in, and it's 4-on-4 now again. Trying to get his man out of the box, but Haynes with a nice glove to block that. Can't get the puck out, but now he does. The second effort, well done by Butchko, as he has some words and a lot of pushing and shoving behind the play. Butchko and Johnson exchanging slashes. Looks like they'll both go off for that. Looked like Gardner got himself involved as well, but he's going to the bench for the Cougars. So the chippiness is certainly picking up here in the second period. Just under 6 minutes to go in the middle period of play. Shots are 27-25 in favor of Rutgers. So no loss of manpower, it's just 2 each. So it'll have to be 2 each and a whistle. So it is still 4-on-4. Or excuse me, it's a Rutgers power play, a regular 5-on-3 power play for now 50 seconds. Pass in the neutral zone, a little sloppy from Rutgers. Can't enter the offensive zone as they are dwindling their power play down. Here's a chance for Cada, shot low and swallowed up there by Healy, covered up with 32 seconds left on the Rutgers power play. Draw one by the Cougars, sending it hard all the way around, but it was kept in by the Knights. Haynes slowing it down at the point, tries to take a wrist shot, was blocked. Bit of a stinger there for England. Tried to block another one, but that one gets through, but it went high over the crossbar. Albrecht back to Haynes. Just 8 seconds left on the Rutgers power play. Albrecht goes towards the net. Haynes back at the point. Off the stick, we're back to 5-on-5. Puck still with Rutgers in the O zone for a moment. 2 guys behind the net. Backhand chance was denied by Gardner. Out to the point for Albrecht. Crossover, shot was low, bounced off a number of people in front. Houlihan had a hard time, or excuse me, Haynes had a hard time with the pass, and he's being pressured at the red line where he had to go and regroup. He pokes the puck in, and he goes for a change. Cougars trying to slow it down, but Rutgers are making that extremely difficult as their forecheck forces yet another turnover here. Houlihan winds up a shot, didn't get all of it. Stick stays intact as he checked to see if it was broken. Reagan in the slot, and he had it poked away. A golden opportunity for the leading scorer of the Scarlet Knights, but it was poked away by Lipinski. Lipinski pokes another one away, and then a little I got it, you got it there from the Knights, and nobody had it. The Cougars had it and got it out of their zone. With 3.5 to go, they dump the puck in. Bouncing puck on net of Mattern, and he will cover this up. Rutgers taking advantage of the home ice advantage and getting that last change. Starting to see that more here in the last couple of minutes of this second period, as that was kept in by Gallagher, just sending it into the far corner. A battle there right at the blue line, right in front of the Cougar bench. It was swatted out and then dumped back in by the Cougars. Slowing it down was the captain, Harrison Albrecht. Still in, good keep in there from Gallagher from the Cougars. Odd angle shot was on net, and play continues as it goes into the far corner. Tangled up there and hit along the far boards as we have a penalty. Looks like an interference called. See who heads to the box. Looks like that is Jed Gilpatrick going to the box for interference against the Cougars. So 2:40 to go in the second. An important power play here for Rutgers to chip away at the 3-goal deficit in front of them. Big power play chance to cut that lead to 2 before the end of the second, potentially. They have possession now as they set up their power play. Haynes quarterbacking at the top of the point. Shot gets through and a save, but the puck is still loose. Off the glass, kept in, chance in front, and taken up by the Cougars, and they'll take the puck out as they opt not to clear the puck on their penalty kill. They try to bring it forward and look for a shorthanded chance of their own, potentially. Campbell at the blue line. Slows it down, gets it to Haynes. A nifty move there. Over to Campbell. His shot right into the midsection. Right underneath that logo for Healy to cover up. So 1:14 on the power play for Scarlet Knights. They win the draw. Albrecht slowing it down now as we have a new unit here for the Scarlet Knights. Halfway through their power play, they slow it down. There's odd angle shot, and it was a great chance, but it stays out. Not sure how. It looked like Healy was not expecting the shot from there, and rightfully so, as that shot from another odd angle makes the net come off its moorings. Looked like Healy was playing for the pass as the shot came and bounced off his equipment. He was fortunate that it didn't go in behind him. 48 seconds left now for the power play for Rutgers. Trying to get the right personnel out there. Officials are having a chat. I believe the Rutgers bench was trying to see if that was deliberate that they kicked the net off. Mattern comes out aggressively to play the puck, but nobody was there. And he dives on top of it, taking one of his own men out, and he gets a Cougar stick in the process. So anything in front of Trey Mattern, he's just diving on top of. 36 seconds left on the Rutger power play, and they have to go all 200 feet as the faceoff will be in their defensive zone. High up on the draw. In the feet of McDonald on the Cougars, but Rutgers came up with it. With 30 seconds still to move on their power play. Dumped in, they go after it. Reagan is in there. That bounces right over the stick at the point. That was Nissan Garachi at the point. We're under a minute to go. Just 10 seconds left on the Rutgers power play as Reagan brings it in. Across for Nissan Garachi, it was a little behind him, and he couldn't hold on to the pass as we're now back to 5 aside. 3-on-1 chance for the Cougars, but that shot was blocked by the lone man back Haynes, and it goes into the netting. Through on the draw, Cougars come up with it, out to the point. Clock has not started here, and they blow the whistle. I believe that went into the netting, so they're trying to get the clock right now, I believe. Roughly 30 seconds to go, give or take. Draw one by the Cougars, but Rutgers come up with it. They push forward. It's Cada with a head of steam, but good back check. Denying the chance was Harrison. And behind the play, there's a penalty upcoming here against the Cougars as Cada was taken out with a cross check behind the play with 15 seconds to go in the middle period. Looks like it's Tyler Wilson who's going to the boxes. He still has something to say to the officials about the cross check behind the play. Oh, the official dropped the puck. The other official and the goalie, Healy, were not yet ready yet. So I'm gonna have to redo that one. Redo the draw, and the Cougars come up with it. They're holding it against the boards as time is starting to dwindle down here in the middle period. As that pass or shot went through the crease, and that last shot was blocked all the way out of the zone, and that'll do it for the second period. 4-1, the Cougars lead. All goals in that period were from the Cougars. 2 from that period. Rutgers will have a minute 45 left on the power play to start the third period, down 4-1. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Moments away from the third period. Rutgers will have 1 minute and 45 seconds of power play time to work here in the third, and we are underway. Major power play for Rutgers. Not time-wise, it was a minor penalty, but a crucial power play because they are coming into this third period down 4-1, allowing 2 goals in the first and 2 in the second. Big hit in the corner as they bring the puck in, now out to the point for Butchko. Shot into the chest and covered up by Healy. A lot of the shots that are coming from Rutgers seem to be going right into the chest of Healy, so making it a little bit of an easy job for him thus far. Still, obviously, plenty of time here in the third, but a lot has been going right into the breadbasket of Healy. Rutgers win the draw. Cross-ice passing between Reagan and Nissan Garachi. Out to the point for Haynes. Haynes wrist shot, deflection, and a nice glove from Healy. Quick reaction there to scoop that up. See, that shot stayed low and it got a deflection, so keeping it away from the midsection of Healy, but Healy was there to snag the glove. Good keep in there from Reagan. It was a hard clearing attempt from Harrison. Reagan trying to slow it down. Down low, thrown on net, and it goes in! A power play goal for Rutgers. 1 minute into the third period. Power play goal for Campbell. As we get another look at this one, Reagan was having a catch with Campbell down low, and you know what? Campbell said, I'm just going to throw this on net, and look what happens. Lucky bounce goes in, and now this is a 2-goal game still with 19 to play in the third period. Dumped in, no icing there. Houlihan is pressured. Bouncing puck was tough for Houlihan to handle as that one goes onto the Rutgers bench. Second goal of the season for Campbell. That one on the power play. Much needed goal there for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Draw one by Rutgers. They send it around. That was Gorman, sent it around for Houlihan, who took a hit and lost the puck. Cougar shot from the point. It's still loose. Oh, and a big traffic jam in front. And Mattern lost his mask in the process, as he's a little shaken up here. Seems to be okay. Officials checking in on Mattern. Backup for Coach Dixon is Kareem Rafai. Looks like he'll stay put in the penalty box, as Mattern seems to be okay after regrouping himself as the officials get together. And not sure why. Looks like an explanation over for Joe Dixon and the Rutgers bench. Draw one by the Cougars. Wrist shot blocked in traffic. Still with the Cougars. This one is off a skate and went wide. And a big glove there this time shown from Mattern. So both goalies here in the third flashing some leather. Cougars win this draw, but fan on the shot. That was Mooney. He pushes forward. Good slice there from Haynes to steal the puck away. It's kept in there by Gallagher. Cougars still trying to press forward, but good defense here from Rutgers, not allowing any chances from the Cougars as that errant pass goes all the way back to Healy. Aggressive on the forecheck. Oh, and a golden opportunity. Nissan Garachi was in the slot, and he couldn't get the shot off as he fanned on it. Still with the Scarlet Knights there as Haynes takes a big hit as he brings the puck in. Cougars come up with it, slowing it down, try to backhand it out of the zone, but Reagan sends it back to where it came from. Nissan Garachi back around, Reagan in the corner, poking it out to Haynes at the point. Haynes tried to keep it deep, but it hit off the stick of Reagan and went right to the Cougars. Gallagher slowing it down for the Cougars as they go for a change, as well as the Scarlet Knights, and thank God for the netting, because that would have hit me right in the face. Draw one by Rutgers. Wrist shot kept low from the point. Went wide off the end boards there as we got a tie up in the corner. Puck comes trickling out into the slot, but nobody was there for the Scarlet Knights. Good hip check there, but still with the Cougars, and they capitalize and they score. Looks like that is the second goal for Trent Barker as they extend their lead back to 3. We'll take another look at this one. Ruben just bringing it in slowly. He was getting hit. It was just a tricky play and ended up in the back of the net of Rutgers. So they're back down by 3 after their power play goal from Campbell. It is now 5-3 for the Cougars. They bring the puck back in, and this is paddled into the corner by Mattern. Sent into the slot, but taken up by the Knights, and they dump the puck in, go after it. The forecheck has been very successful for the Scarlet Knights, but it's capitalizing on their opportunities once they get them. Forcing the turnovers is where they have been struggling here this evening. Dumped in just wide from the red line. Cada behind the net, send it around for Houlihan. Now it's Rutgers having a hard time even getting into the O zone. So Cougars starting to shut the play down with a 3-goal lead again. Houlihan loses an edge but pokes it forward. Goes out wide and it was poked away by Gallagher. Once again, Rutgers forcing the turnovers but failing to do anything with it. Right in front, and a good play. Using his whole body, bodied the stick, the feet, everything there from Gorman of the Scarlet Knights to deny the chance. That's tipped in, no icing there as that was tipped off the stick of Rubenstein. Cada keeps the puck in deep. Rubenstein with a big hit in the corner, number 5, Paul Rubenstein. First time we're hearing his name this evening. as Rutgers go for a change. One lone forechecker, and Cougars bring the puck out into the zone and couldn't get all of the shot, and Mattern will just put a glove on top of that as it came slowly trickling into his crease. Almost 6 minutes gone by here in the final period of regulation. Back to a 3-goal lead for the Cougars after a power play goal to start the third period for Rutgers. This one goes all the way down, no icing as Healy comes out to play it. Oh, nobody there as we have a whistle. I believe there's a penalty upcoming against the Cougars. I'm not really sure what's happening here. Nobody's going to the box. Officials are talking it over with Coach Scott Swanson of the Cougars. They briefly spoke with the scorekeepers, and it looks like there is a penalty. So it looks like the penalty is against Healy. I'm not sure what he did, but it's Healy's number up on the board. So nevertheless, it's a power play for Rutgers. See if they can get this game back to just a 2-goal deficit. Rutgers poke it down low, trying to hold on to this possession, and a shot right into the midsection. Good chance there for Jack Turner. Tie up on the draw, still fighting for possession. 2 guys each. Cougars come up with it as it is Gallagher sending it hard around the boards and all the way out and down, where Mattern stops it and slows it down for his power play. 1:20 to go on the power play. Campbell across for Reagan, bringing it in with speed. Had it poked away, still has it. Tried a backhand pass in front, couldn't find anybody, and it's cleared out again by the Cougar power play, or penalty kill, excuse me. Halfway through the power play, Reagan getting ahead of steam through the neutral zone. His shot into the pads and covered up by Healy, and he's swarmed by 3 members of the Cougars in Healy's crease. Reagan plays with an edge. He goes to the net. He's not afraid to crash the net, and he's not afraid to go to those dirty areas, and that's why he is the leading point scorer on this team. So 53 seconds on the power play for Rutgers as the Cougars come up with the draw. They can't clear. Pinching in to keep that in was Gorman, on for the power play for Joe Dixon and the Scarlet Knights. Houlihan, tight ropes, and scores! Connor Houlihan, a power play goal for the Scarlet Knights as he is fired up going to the bench. Let's take a look at that one again. This puck comes back out to Houlihan. He shows a lot of poise out at the point, and he takes a wrist shot through all the traffic, finds its home in the back of the net, and boy, oh boy, was he fired up for his first goal of the year. A big one on the power play. Still plenty of time to make this game interesting. It's 5-3 right now. We got 12:26 to go in the third. Shots are 38-30 in favor of Rutgers. Nice play there by Nissan Garachi to slice that forward, and Reagan takes a penalty, and he's not happy about it. Thought he went down a little easily, and he's really not happy as he has a lot of words to have for the official. He better be careful, though. He might get an extra 2 if he continues. Called cross-checking, it looked like was the motion. So now it's a Cougar power play after conceding their second power play goal of the period. Reagan still going in the box, trying to get the officials to hear him out. He's still going to have to sit for 2 at the most. But the Cougars regroup as that opening draw for their power play was won and cleared by Rutgers. They move through, they poke it forward, but it was quickly taken up. A clearing attempt hit a member of the Cougars. One-time shot, and it goes, no! No goal, says the ref. Hit off the crossbar, and the net was knocked off. Misericordia Cougars are all talking to the officials, trying to say that went in before the net came off. We're going to take another look at this one. Watching it in live time, I thought it hit the crossbar and went in. It's tough to tell from when that post comes off of its mooring. The officials are getting together. The ruling on the ice was no goal, though. Officials are talking it over with the Misericordia bench, and it looks like they're going to keep that decision of no goal. So it is still 5-3. Cougars are still on the power play for another minute and 26 as they win the faceoff and try to get one that'll stick this time. But that one's blocked by Campbell. He pushes forward, shorthanded. Campbell to his backhand. He couldn't get the shot off. Strong back check from Gilpatrick to deny a clean chance for Campbell. Campbell stays in deep and does a great job of killing some time on this penalty kill. He's still in there playing aggressive, and he steals the puck away. Another shorthanded chance, but that was thwarted away. Turner was cutting in through the slot, but he was tied up. 40 seconds to go on the penalty to Reagan. Another potential shorthanded chance for Rutgers. Shot from the slot into the midsection and covered up by Healy. Wow, a lot of shorthanded chances there in the last 30 seconds or so from the Scarlet Knights. Still 32 seconds to kill, but they have an offensive face-off as there's a tie-up on that draw. Still nobody able to come up with possession. Looked like it was in the knees of Lagis for the Cougars. Cougars moving through the neutral zone. Last potential chance on their power play with just 15 to go. They dump it into the corner and hard all the way around, and that will be a successful kill for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Very productive as well. A lot of shorthanded chances on that penalty kill. We're halfway through the third period. Rutgers still down by 2. And this third period has been back and forth. Reagan loses an edge and the puck. He has it back. Shot was blocked away. Good block there from Gallagher in the slot, denying Reagan. Houlihan comes up with it and regroups with Gorman. Reagan brings it across the blue line. His pass was blocked. Houlihan just keeps it deep where he tried to take a shot, but it was blocked, and it went right to the Cougars. They take the line and dump it in, and almost covered for a whistle, but Mattern played it. But maybe he should have taken the whistle as the Cougars come up with it, and now putting pressure in the offensive zone as the net, yet again, comes off of its mooring. Officials are, well, one of the officials having a mouthful to say there to Trey Mattern, trying to, not really sure what he's saying there, but he didn't seem happy about the net coming off. Rutgers win the draw. Houlihan sends it around, but nobody was there. The puck was turned over to Lipinski, who's in deep. Rutgers come up with it. Cross-ice pass. Nissan Garachi bringing it in. Ahead of steam. Reagan goes to the net. Bouncing puck. Couldn't connect. Nissan Garachi backhand pass, a turnover. Hilliard, though, strong back check. Nissan Garachi got taken down away from the play. Play continued as he goes for a change as he was a little slow getting to the bench. High off the glass into the neutral zone. Poke forward. Chance for Hilliard. He scores! Thomas Hilliard. And just like that, Rutgers are only down by 1 with 8:35 to go. Taking another look at this goal, end to end, all the way down. And brought in, Hilliard gets it into the slot and just rips a shot past Healy. 42 shots to 31, and Rutgers are not going down quietly. It's 5-4 with 8.5 to play here in the third period. Well, Rutgers are buzzing here with 3 goals in the third period. And they're looking for the equalizer to tie this game up. It's Haynes to his backhand, throwing it in front, and as it was bouncing around, all kinds of personnel in front, but it's going the other way as the Cougars will just flip it in. Big hit by Gilpatrick behind the net, and it's flipped out right into the glove of Johnson. Johnson has it as he brings it in. He's by himself as the rest of the Cougars were going for a change. Looks like the Cougars are ramping up the physicality here. Maybe a bit of frustration conceding 3 goals in the third period, but they still hold on to a 1-goal lead. But another turnover forced by the strong forecheck of the Scarlet Knights. They had to regroup, they dump it in. That was Gorman who dumped the puck in for Rutgers. Nobody was able to get there first for the Scarlet Knights, but that shot was from Houlihan, thrown in front and easily brushed aside. Houlihan is going to regroup now behind his own net. Cross ice, can't connect, back and forth. This is what that first period was looking like a little bit, back and forth. Neither team really able to do anything with. That's not what Rutgers needs right now, down a goal, as time is of the essence when you are down by a goal. Cougars bringing it in. Goes out wide, shot into the midsection, big rebound after the save from Mattern. Reagan has to regroup. Now it's a strong forecheck from the Cougars, forcing turnovers. Almost too many men for Rutgers. Reagan bringing it in. They stay on side. All the way across and sliced out. Butchko had to regroup, and they say icing. Took their time on the whistle. Was it a delayed offside? It seems to have been an icing call. So Faceoff will come all the way down, or it was a deliberate offsides. Nevertheless, faceoff's going to be all the way into the Rutgers zone. 6:01 to go here in regulation. Knights win the draw. The Reagan line is still out there, as the physicality is brewing over there in the far boards. Everybody seeming to get a piece of each other. Misericordia, he takes a bit of a reverse check. Rutgers dump it in, flip that high, bouncing over the stick. The goal paddle of Healy. Good feet there from Haynes to kick that to himself and then try to clear, but it went right to the Cougars. Reagan arid pass to Haynes, bouncing around. Chance in front. Good back check from Haynes to deny the opportunity in front of Mattern. That shot was deflected, but deflected a little too much and out of the zone. Cougars dump the puck in. We're under 5 to go. Rutgers still down a goal, but they've come back twice, being down by 3 to make this a 1-goal game. Behind the net. Big tangle up behind the net, and it's away from the puck, too. The play continues. 4.5 to go. Rutgers putting on pressure with the forecheck, as they've been doing all evening. Off the paddle of Healy, but still in play. Arid pass, and a second one. That one was a turnover after a turnover, and then they called offside against Rutgers with 4:13 to go. Shots now are 43-32 in favor of Rutgers. Misericordia wins the draw, and they're trying to slow this down and kill some time with a 1-goal lead here in the third. Gorman off of the skate of Cada. He couldn't hold on to it and flipped right back into the corner. Mattern couldn't corral it. In the corner, Houlihan. He's battling there with Mulligan. Both number 11s going at it. Mulligan has 2 goals here this evening, and Houlihan has one in his own right. Clock has stopped here in the arena, but play is continuing, and it's back on now. Not sure when it stopped, but that shot bounced. Oh, what a save there from Mattern. A tricky save. The shot went off of the high glass, but a lively bounce, and had to make a quick recovery. Back the other way, Rutgers go. Comes out of the zone, and Rutgers have to regroup. Reagan is double teamed. He's got no help, as the Scarlet Knights were in the midst of a change, as that one is flipped out, but not past Reagan as he dumps it in. Misericordia gets there. He's met in the corner. Shot, oh, off the outside of the post, and it's on top of the net, and a whistle. 3:19 to go. Those end boards on both sides of the ice have been quite lively here in the past minute for both goaltenders. Face-off won by Rutgers. Shot, blocked in traffic, and they score! Scarlet Knights tie the game 5-5. That goal is from Campbell, his second of the night. He had a big power play goal, and now he has the game-tying goal. Let's take another look. It was right off the face-off. Don't blink, because it happened quick. There it goes. Tied up 5-5. Well, this is a brand new game now. 5 apiece here in the third as we approach the final 2 minutes of play in regulation. Rutgers not going away as that shot is off the midsection and a big rebound as Healy didn't know where the rebound was. Momentum is with the Knights as Misericordia goes offside as there's a big pile up, coincidental. Oh, well, maybe not. I thought it was maybe accidentally on purpose, perhaps, with exactly 2 minutes left in the third period. A brand new game as it is now tied up off of the Dale Campbell goal, his second here in the third period. Reagan line back out there for Rutgers as he comes up with the faceoff and the puck. His shot kept it low, just went wide off the outside of the cage. Here come the Cougars though, odd man rush. Now a 2-on-1, just like that, and a water bottle goes pop, and so does the tie game. Nissan Garachi also got a penalty on the play, so a very costly play for Rutgers as we take a look at the replay here. Going to try and see what's going on for Nissan Garachi, but 2-on-1, it was a 1-on-3 initially in the neutral zone, and Rutgers collapsed and it turned into a 2-on-1, and it looks like Nissan Garachi is getting thrown out of this game. Not sure what he had said to the officials, but I don't think he was asking him what he's going to be for Halloween this October. So it's going to be a power play after taking the lead. Cougars have a power play under 2 minutes to go. I believe that last goal was Cale Lagis. We're going to fact check that. Oh, and a chance in front. Great opportunity for Jack Turner, shorthanded, but he was denied by Healy. Shot bounced off a stick, went into the corner. 26, 74. Correction on that sixth goal for Misericordia. It was 74, Declan McDonald. Net is empty for Coach Dixon and the Scarlet Knights with 1 minute to go. They're back behind the 8 block after conceding that goal, and they are shorthanded after Nissan Garachi got sent to the showers early. Shot through traffic, bouncing around, poked into the corner by Healy. So despite being shorthanded with the empty net, we are 5-on-5, but it is technically a power play still for Misericordia. 35 seconds to go. Rutgers try to get a late one to tie this game back up. But they can't do it if they don't have the puck. 25 seconds to go. That was deflected, and it's no icing. 20 seconds to go. Up for Reagan. He dumps it at the red line, now 15. Healy comes out, plays it on his backhand of the paddle. Shot from the point, couldn't get all of it, all the way to the empty net. Power play goal from the other side of town. Aiden Gallagher gets the extra point, and it is 7-5. Cougars will walk away with this victory back in the win column after conceding their last game. This will improve their record to 7-2. Rutgers will drop to 1-5-1 and still looking for that first home victory. But an exciting game, especially here in the third period, back and forth. It's a 7-5 victory for the Misericordia Cougars. 7-5 victory. Shots were 47-33 in favor of the Scarlet Knights, but the scoreboard was not. 7-5, Cougars win. My name is Michael Nistico. It's been great to be back here for Rutgers hockey. Rutgers will be back here tomorrow afternoon. They have an afternoon game here against these same Cougars tomorrow at 2:15. We'll see you then.